Day number 12 of 15. Holy moly guacamole, we're really close. Today we're going to take that solo and we're going to add some tension. Printable tabs and backing track free for everybody, pinned in the first comment of the comment section. If you like that kind of stuff, think about becoming a Patreon because that's what you get with every lesson. Additional links in the description, including my email, one-on-one lessons. Go ahead and grab that ukulele brain attention span and let's take that solo to the next level. So I know for some of you out there, this challenge, you're really pushing yourself, and that's a beautiful thing. I'm going to keep on pushing you, but I don't want to make it so hard on you for your first solo and make you learn a brand new solo every 2 days. This one's different, but you're going to see a lot of overlap with the solo we did 2 days ago. So it's not totally different and brand new. What we're doing today is we're adding triplets and we're adding tension to our solos by finishing our phrases on notes other than our root note. Okay, first phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what's going on? Well, the triplets are pretty obvious, but we're finishing on a C note, and the underlying harmony is a D7. The D7 has 4 notes. A D note, A note, that's the 5th interval, F sharp, the 3rd interval, and C, the flat 7th. Now, 3 of those notes are in our scale. The D note, the A note, and the C note. So when you're finishing your phrasing, it's a good idea to finish on a note that's both in the scale and in the chord. Where they overlap, these are called chord tones. So our scale is 5 notes, pentatonic, and 3 of those notes are in our chord. Of those 3, the D and the A note, or the root and the 5th, are very stable. They're not tense tones. The root and the 5th, very stable. However, our third option, the 3rd chord tone, is the C note, which in the chord is a flat 7th. This tone is not stable. It wants to move. So even though when we land on it, it's going to sound good over the D7, in the next phrase, when we go to the D note, it's going to feel even more gratifying because this is our tension and this is our release. C note, D note. It's a chord tone, but it's the 7th, the tense chord tone. Following up the next phrase, responding to our call and landing on a D gives us resolution. So our first phrase. We're going to see a lot of similarity. 4, 3, 1, 2, 1. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and. We're going to come up on the 4th beat to the 3rd fret, 4th fret, then the 5th fret. But then on the first beat, we're going to do a triplet that goes 5, 3, 5. 1 pola. Then on the second beat, we land on the 3, which is right on the second beat, creating our tension. 1 pola, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and 1 pola, 2, 3, 4. Okay, our next phrase, 5, 4, 3, 5, 3, tripola, 2, and. Those triplets really give the phrase a lot more movement. And then on the and again, we're going to go 4. Then we're going to repeat that triplet, but on the second beat, we're going to go 2 and. From the C up to the D. We've already seen D notes. Our root note phrasing sounds great. So by going C note, a tense chord tone, and the next phrase D, we create tension and resolution, which sounds great. These 2 phrases together so we can hear that tension and release. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 pola, 2, 3, 4. 1 pola, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 pola, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, bringing up the next set. Here, we're going to finish on the F note, our flat 3rd. Now, we're finishing on the F note because we're playing a G7 chord. The D note is in our scale, the F note is in our scale, and the G note is in our scale. So again, we have 3 options. Well, 3 chord tones, that is. G is very stable because it's the root of the chord. D is our 5th interval, also very stable, comfortable. And then F, the F is our flat 5th or our flat 7th, the note that turns G into G7. So landing on the F over the G7 gives us a nice piece of tension. One and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Then we go back to the D7. This time over the D7, we're going to finish on the A. The A is it's still a chord tone, right? Because we have D, A, F sharp, that only note that's in our chord that's not in our scale, and C. After the D, the A is the second most stable. So going from that unstable F to the stable A is going to sound great. Our phrase is 1 pola, 2 and 3, 4, and 1 pola, 2, 3, 4. Triple it, boom. 1 pola, 2 and 3, 4, and 1 pola, 2, 3, 4. 1 pola, 2 and 3, 4, and 1 pola, 2, 3, 4. Put them together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 pola, 2 and 3, 4, and 1 pola, 2, 3, 4. All right, turn around. Here the arpeggios are the same, but we're gonna go. Seventh fret of the G string is a D note. So we're going to double down on the D and the C, D and the B, D and the B flat, D and the A. I start here, ring finger on 8, index on D7. And again, the focus of this is the solo. So if the other turnaround was easier for you, you can just use that one, that's fine. 8, 7, and then I do 7, 7. Then I switch the fingers for 6 and 7. Then I slide 6 down to 5, and now it's ring finger and index for 5 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 5 is 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Into the top. All right, so let's go ahead and count through this whole solo together from the very top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and 1 pola, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 pola, 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 pola, 2 and 3, 4, and 1 pola, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Boom. You're doing amazing. You are amazing. You. I think you are amazing. Yeah, you. Right there. You. No, not him. Not her. You. You are amazing. talk about tension. If I'm lying, I'm dying, all right? That flat third, and then throw in the flat third, and then, all right, I said that. I meant the flat seven, the flat third, throwing in all these intervals, adding a little bit of tension and a little bit of action to what we got going on. Thank you so much for rocking and rolling with us, and we'll catch you in 2 days for day number 13, lucky 13. We are so close. You're doing very, very good if you made it this far. You're so close. Stick with it. Almost done, all right? If you became a Patreon, thank you so much. If you haven't, think about it. Cheaper than a cheap cheeseburger. And we'll catch you soon. Take care. Love, peace, chicken grease. Life is good.